What up, Knicks fans? In today's show, we're going to go over the preseason loss to the Pacers from last night. And a lot of people are just in shambles. Everybody's like, the season's over. We have no talent. The bench sucks. So I want to ask this question again because I asked it a couple of days ago and almost everybody said over. So I want to ask it one more time after a loss. 38.5 wins for the Knicks. That's the number in Vegas. So I want to ask you, O for over, U for under. Shout out to the real ones. You're watching New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We're going to go over the preseason loss the Knicks suffered to the Pacers last night, 109-100. I have a bunch of thoughts to go through. We'll go through some team stats. We'll go through some player stats. But we all know Tom Thibodeau rode with that final bench unit for the final 14 minutes of the game. And shout out to Papa Left on Twitter. I agree with him. He said that he feels like this was Tom Thibodeau trying to send a message. I agree. He wanted all the people that said, we need more Quickley minutes. We need more Obi minutes. Miles McBride, Cam Reddish. He said, well, watch this. The Knicks, they blew a double-digit lead with those bench players. He didn't sub them out. It looked like a big FU from Tom Thibodeau to the fans. We'll break everything that went down in today's show. Let's look at some raw stats, though, some team stats. The Knicks, they just weren't efficient at all. You shoot 37% from the field and you shoot 27% from three. You're just not going to win many basketball games. And I don't want to overreact too much because it is a preseason game. A game where the Knicks didn't play any starters in the final 14 minutes. But all the Knicks fans are overreacting, so we're going to go over the show. But at the end of the day, you shoot 37% and 26% from three. I don't care if you're playing the Flint Tropics. You're not going to win many basketball games. RJ Barrett, though, was the best player on the court last night for the New York Knicks. Just 27 minutes. He was really, really efficient. That's what I loved about RJ's game last night. 7 of 14, 21 points. He looked really confident in the way that he could finish at the basket. He was effective there, an area that he wasn't effective last year. He was also really effective at the free throw line. 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. A place where he has struggled throughout his NBA career. He said he wanted to get better at finishing around the rim and shooting free throws. And he was great at that last night. Didn't shoot that well from three, just 1 of 5. But overall, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 50%, 21 points in 27 minutes. I was impressed and encouraged by Star J. Barrett's performance last night. Jalen Brunson didn't have his best game. Look, 4 of 14, that's going to be an anomaly for Brunson. He's one of the most efficient players in basketball. Played 30 minutes last night, didn't really play that much in the second half. Like we said, the bench played the final 14 minutes. Jalen, it just was an off night. Couldn't find his jumper, still found a way to get 11 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Got a little turnover happy at one point. Had a couple stretch in the game where he didn't take care of the basketball. Look, this is about as worse as Brunson's going to play all year. I am not worried about Jalen Brunson whatsoever. In the first half, Julius Randle was cooking, guys. 5 of 10 from the field, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers. He's been bought in. There were a couple possessions that I didn't like. There was one possession where he dribbled the ball up and held the ball and posted up and jab stepped and didn't pass the rock. He didn't pass it at all. He held it to about 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And he got the shot up, made the shot, he made it, just not a good possession. That's not what you want to see in the preseason. You want to see the ball get worked around. I don't need to see ISO Julius early in the preseason, but when you make the bucket, it's a make or miss league, you can't really complain. He played well. I thought his energy on defense at times was a little bit low, but he played fine. I'm all cool with Randle. We'll talk about Quickley and Cam Reddish here in a second because that is what everybody is tripping about. It's those two players. But make sure you subscribe to New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports, because we are going to continue to put out videos every single day on the latest New York Knicks news and rumors. No matter what happens, the Knicks win, the Knicks lose, we're going to be here because we're New York Knicks fans. Hit that big red button. Help us get to 15,000 subs on the channel. Evan Fournier started at the 2-guard spot. Didn't really play all that well. As you can see, 3 of 9 from the field. Played just 24 minutes. He was 2 of 5 from downtown. Look, if Fournier's not making shots, he's not going to be an effective player out there. I would love for Quentin Grimes to start. I think it's Evan Fournier's job to lose. Maybe as we go later into the season, Grimes, as he gets healthy, will be that starter. But I do think Grimes inevitably will be the 2-guard that will close a lot of games for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson He dominated last night in the limited action that he had, 23 minutes. 6 offensive rebounds. He had 4 blocks. He was protecting the rim. He was attacking the glass. I thought he played really well. I think Mitchell Robinson is going to have his best season in the NBA this year after he just got that bag man Mitch. I was impressed, encouraged. I like what I saw from the Blockness monster. Everybody is always talking about Obi Toppin. He's got to play more minutes. He's got to do this. Look, he played 23 minutes last night in the final 14 minutes of the game. 8 points, 2 rebounds. You guys know I love Obi Toppin, but look, when you're closing a game with Immanuel Quickley, Miles McBride, Isaiah Hartenstein, Cam Reddish, and Obi Toppin has to be featured. I just don't know if he has that in his repertoire just yet. 4-7 efficient, 8 points, 2 rebounds, had a couple nice stuffs. But what does Obi really do at an elite level in the NBA besides dunk the basketball? He's got to find a way to contribute elsewhere. I love Obi. Look, he's 24. He's got to take that next step. Not discouraged with his performance last night. I just want to see more from Obi, especially when he gets 23 minutes in an expanded role and he plays the entire fourth quarter. Knicks blew a double-digit lead in the fourth. Obi's got to be a guy that doesn't let that happen. Let's talk about Immanuel Quickley, who did not play well at all last night. 24 minutes, 14 of 18 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. 1 turnover, 3 assists. He was really the floor general and the point guard for the Knicks in the fourth quarter, but that's just not who he is, guys. We know Quickley is a bucket getter. He's a guy that can get hot. He's a microwave out there. He's a great shooter, but he wasn't that last night. When you have your shooters go 4 of 18, you're probably going to lose. But a lot of people are upset about Quickley taking that many shots. Who was going to take the shots? Isaiah Hartenstein's not taking the shots. Miles McBride's not taking the shots. And if Obi's not going to take them, Quickley has to take him. Because Cam Reddish, he looked like Scam Reddish last night. A guy that I am just so bewildered and dumbfounded about Cam Reddish. He got an opportunity to really, really show what he could do last night. 21 minutes. He goes 3 of 10 from the field, chucking up bad shot after bad shot. His shot selection is terrible. Got lost on defense a couple of times. I just think sometimes Cam Reddish doesn't realize that he is playing right now for the opportunity to sign a guaranteed contract of $100 million, like Zion did, like Garland did, like RJ did, like Ja Morant did. You have the opportunity to go secure the bag, and it doesn't seem like he wants to dive on the court for loose balls. Doesn't seem like he wants to do anything he has to do that. There was a stretch where he had a couple nice plays. The Euro, get to the cup, absorb the contact, left-hand finish. We know that Cam Reddish can flash. It's just you got to do it all the time. You got to be consistent. He didn't look good last night. He didn't look good last Friday when he was a starter with that unit. He has not looked good in the preseason, and quite frankly, I think he is playing himself out of the rotation right now. I am very disappointed in the way Cam Reddish has played in the preseason, so I want to ask you guys this question, because a lot of people on Twitter ask me, is Cam Reddish a bust? Tough question. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Isaiah Hartenstein, he was a part of that group that closed out the game, played the final 14 minutes. He did what Isaiah Hartenstein does. 7 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. They were running their offense through him like he was Joakim Noah and the Bulls. He was setting those high screens. He was being that floor spacer and a guy that was being a facilitator. I like Isaiah Hartenstein. I would have liked to seen him take a little bit more shots. They left him open for 3. I know he's not a knockdown shooter at this point, but you got to keep him honest. I was impressed with Hartenstein. Can't really say much about iHeart. I was impressed with him. Miles McBride, he's got to get better on offense. And honestly, I know I've hyped up his defense. I know a lot of other people has hyped up his defense. He was getting cooked by Andrew Nembhard last night, and it's kind of a problem. If your calling card is defense and you're getting cooked by a rookie, that's never really a good thing. I don't think McBride's going to have many minutes in the rotation. The Knicks absolutely missed Derrick Rose last night, and they missed Quentin Grimes. Derrick Rose is the heartbeat of this second unit. He sat out due to just load management. No need for D Rose to play in the preseason. But hey, guys, look, it's preseason game number 3. There's no need to overreact. I am still all in on this Knicks team. I believe they can win 44, 45 games. I think they can compete to be a playoff team. I think they're right on the border of being a playoff or a play-in team. If you're overreacting to a preseason game where no starters played in the fourth quarter, I love the enthusiasm. I love the passion. Let's wait till game one, where we match up next Wednesday against the Memphis Grizzlies, when we will be live on the channel. So subscribe, hit that big red button. And if you made it this far in the show, that means you're a real one after a loss. Type real one in the comments section right now.